Welcome to this edition of Crystals of Experience from your host Kumar Bala. The topic for today is reset your buttons before a new discussion. You may find this a little funny, but if we always look at the way a doctor or a paramedic looks after his instrument, when he takes his blood pressure, he first ensures that the reading shows zero. It's similarly in the case of a thermometer or in the case of any other system. Imagine if we had to pay a petrol when the meter, instead of showing zeros, shows already 10 liters have been sold out. That would cause mayhem for us, and we'll be paying for 10 liters extra. That itself is penal for us because it financially hurts us. But the reason why I'm talking about bringing down our gauge to zero is whenever we deal with people, be it at home or at work or on the road, we should ensure that no anger or disgust or difference of opinion has happened and we are carrying the dregs with us. That will ensure that we infuriate faster, we do road rage faster, and we behave abnormally with our near and dear ones at home. And woe betide if we do the same with our boss in the factory. The reason why we find that most of the problems we have is because we do not cut off and switch on as and when each incident or discussion takes place. We already have a preconceived notion, especially when we are agitated, and that causes us to push further ahead and go ahead in a manner which is to us itself unreasonable later. In the morning, if we don't get what we need or what we think we should be having for the day, we don't take it on ourselves to ensure that everything is in place. We expect the near and dear ones to do it for us, and if we are capable, we yell them down, and they, in their goodness, listen to us because you are running out officially for a hard day's work. In a similar case, if the car does not start or the driver makes some trouble, then we carry that on to him. Further, when we are on the road, if there is an issue in the traffic, we start lecturing to everybody around, especially those sitting in the car, as if that we are the only ones troubled by all this. The reason why one psychiatrist said, bring all your faculties down to normal before you do any work, before you do get into an argument, is simple but very, very essential. Our blood pressure is meant to be at a certain level. If we start discussing or doing things when it is elevated, it will bring about more disastrous results. The same is with when we deal with other people, especially peers or those above us in the corporate ladder. Nobody will ever take rubbish, even if we think that we are allowed a bit of rubbish to other people, because they don't have time for themselves and they are already carrying enough baggage. We always used to discuss in our psychology classes that a person is very good, but we must know what is the percent of baggage he carries with him. That is the whole essence of how a person will behave, whether he be an employee or whether he be a friend or whether he be a colleague, will be the outcome of all these things. And these are all led by the fact that we are not in control of our basic faculties. It is not that we don't hear well or see well and everything is normal, but the psychological part of the mind starts going ahead, especially if you are disturbed, if there is a problem ahead of you, you start overthinking about it. Again, there we must understand that yes, it is not a normal situation, so we need to cool down. We need to bring the thermometer in our body down to 98.4 and the blood pressure to maybe 130 by 80 if that's what your normal readings are. If that doesn't happen, then immediately one will lead to the other, and there will be a chain effect of disastrous results. The same manner we should follow the way the doctors do their things. I'm talking about the good doctors and the conscientious doctors who, even when they check the thermometer, they bring it down to the minimum so that it doesn't show an elevated reading but gives the correct reading. In the same manner, it is with all the other instruments, and that will lead a person to be able to take the right decisions and be judicious and step cautiously in any aspect of life. That is the most important, and that is why we have so many gauges within our body. And we see, even when we drive the car, we automatically, our eyes run on the 6 or 7 gauges which are in front of us. All